Hello and welcome to the finale of the Hypixel minigame series, where we will be doing, as I once foretold, the minigames tier list. We'll go through every single game. I may have to check which games is which because I kind of just took the thing, so I may need just to go back onto Minecraft for like a couple of seconds if I do not remember which one it is, but we'll start with one I definitely do remember, which is the Dropper. Well, Dropper, probably one of the oldest mini games on the entire. So not on Hypixel, but on Minecraft in general. Pretty old, everybody remembers it. Nostalgic game if you want to play it again on Hypixel. It's okay. Some of the maps, but obviously the hard maps are hard, and then it's another one of those games that is fun to play for a couple rounds, then it just gets a bit boring afterwards. However, it's still a good game. I say it's probably a B. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Okay, what's the next one? As we said, I would definitely need to check which one. Wool Wars. So, Wool Wars. Yeah, I remember that. Fun to play as a game against your friends, but that's mostly just a friends thing, so you can't just define the game off that. It's an okay game. You can probably get a couple games out of it, unless you're just planning to sweat out for ages. It probably won't be brilliant for a long time, as there's not too much variety as the Dropper, as there's so many maps on this, but there's just not many on this, and it's just the same sort of thing every single time. So I'm going to put it at C. I might actually move Dropper up to A, given it is still a prototype. Anyway, I do remember which one's next. Now, you may not have seen me play this on my channel. I've played this before. Probably one of the most well thought out things on the entire server. Most players, and there is a reason for this. It's just so fun. You can play it for literally years and you wouldn't finish it, and that's grinding for like 10 hours a day. So it's not going to be B, not going to be A, S tier. Definitely the best game on the entirety. That is a bit biased because obviously that's the one I've played the most. You could say any of these could be S tier, but it depends whether and what type of thing you're looking for in the game. Next one, Hypixel SMP. Okay, well, I don't think I've ever played this. However, lots of people do, and it's obviously just a Minecraft SMP just through Hypixel. So it'll probably be fun for some people, but you do need to buy it. Basically, you need to have VIP Plus to start a server. For that reason, I probably wouldn't put higher than B, because having to buy it, and it's still not be any different than just starting your own server, wouldn't be amazing. So that's why I'd put it at a B tier instead of maybe higher, because there are definitely ways that you can literally just Google online Hypixel server and then you can start your own one. So that's why I wouldn't put higher, because you do have to buy the VIP Plus, I believe, to get it, to start your own server. Anyway, Bed Wars. This is another fan favourite. Everybody, so many people, second most played game probably on Skyblock, on Hypixel. Well, obviously behind Skyblock. there isn't as much variation, but at the same time you can obviously play it over and over again. So many people play it. It's not a slow loading game like some of the others where you have to wait like 5-10 minutes just to play one game, or even longer maybe. So for that reason I'm gonna put it you gotta put it top of A tier. Debatable whether it goes to S tier. I think it, because it is probably one of the oldest probably the oldest game on this Hypixel. I don't actually know that for a fact, but it is probably one of the oldest, and it's still one of the most played games. The next game, Skywars, similar player base to Bed Wars, similar game mode. This does have a few more types of games. However, there's a lot, you can play a lot of different types, like 3s, 1s, 2s, 4s, anything like that. So I might put it at top of A, because it's definitely better than Dropper, but it's not as good as these two. It's not as playable with friends, and it's not as fun depending on what you're trying to do. Anyway, murder mystery. Most games have a murder mystery. This one, if I'm going to be completely honest, some of them are okay, some of the versions are okay, but most of them aren't great. It's not amazing. It's not got like brilliant. It's not brilliant. It's a fairly average game. I'd put it in the middle, because it's not great, but it's still good. Because you can get with some of them, you just get instantly killed, or you just, there isn't a very big map on the actual murder mystery thing. So it's kind of just a all-out ramble where you're not actually trying to. You barely ever does the sheriff or the people win. It's mostly just and also the fact the odds aren't always brilliant. Anyway, next game is Housing. Now, whether or not you can class this as a game, it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't really class it as a game, but it's okay. You just build stuff on there, and that's basically it. It's not very fun. You can explore other people's houses, but I wouldn't say it's the best game on the server. Next one, so you got Housing TNT games. This one, TNT games. Some of them. The first two I played were awful. They were absolutely awful. I hated the Bow Spleef one. The one with just the normal trap, so basically the normal ones. But the other two were okay. Good variety, to be fair. I put it at bottom of the A tier. It could be better. It could go higher on some other people's list, but I wouldn't put it there because I don't really like it. The other ones, so well, the variety of games on the arcade is massive. So this line will be the arcade one, but not all of them are great. But the amount of sheer amount of games that are on there that you can play with your friends and just do so much on there, you have to put it up here because it's just so much to do on there. Next game, Build Battle. Not gonna lie, this isn't as well done as some other servers, but to be honest, it's not. As you can see, there's 700 people playing this. when you'd much rather have your bigger servers like Bed Wars, Skyblock, Skywars, much rather focus on your bigger games than just Build Battle. But it's alright. It's a fairly average B tier. I wouldn't say it's actually I'd put it above Hypixel SMP, but it's not brilliant. It's still good though. It's a game that you could probably play for a bit, but it would get boring after a while. Duels, I did not like all of the duels. Some of them were pretty boring. Some of them, I mean, to be fair, they're only boring because I'm terrible at the game. But still, yeah, you probably shouldn't expect them to cater for people who are bad. It's probably just more for people who are trying to practice. So there isn't. For me, I don't like it because I'm just trash at Minecraft. But for other people, they probably put it higher. So I'll put it at A tier. Right, what are we? No prototype because that's just Skyblock and Dropper. UHC. Oh yeah, that was the one that was like a 40-minute game. To be fair, that one's pretty good too, but it doesn't really make much sense, like at all. But to be fair, it's also a long game. I'll put it ahead of Murder Mystery. It isn't the best one, but it's good. I would play it. You should definitely play it a lot, more than once. But mostly you can play more than once. But you could definitely play it without your friends if you really wanted to. Yeah, most of the other ones you require your friends. Classic games. Nah, this one's definitely going B tier. Nobody plays it. You can't get a game. I tried to record a video. There, literally, the highest player count was like 6 people. There's no point. Literally nobody plays the games. So I haven't really had a chance to try them out because I don't really want to wait an hour just to get into a terrible game that I'm going to survive like 2 seconds in. If people have actually had experience playing them and want to change my mind in there. To be fair, they look good like as games, but it doesn't. It's just that for that reason I would put it low down. Other than that, it probably is pretty good, but it's just nobody plays it. They've put quite a lot of effort into a game that nobody plays, so that's probably why I wouldn't put it any higher. Ooh, what's the handbars? Cops and Crims. Same as this. You can't really get a player base on that, so I would still put it quite low down because if you can't physically get a game, then what's the point? So these would all be good if you had like a huge party of friends that you can just play with, but if you don't, then I don't like games relying on you having friends for it to be fun or for you to be able to play them, so that's why I'm putting them low down, because otherwise it's just not. Ooh, Mega Wars is definitely what I thought UHC was. UHC actually, yeah, I'd keep UHC there actually. Mega Wars and go to A tier. Long games, lots of fun. There's so many people who are on it because basically the entire player base is on one game. So, but still, you get so many players and the games last like half an hour, so that's good. Well, no, they last like 20 minutes, which is like that good balance where you're able to play it if you have a short amount of time, but you don't have to wait half an hour for the entire game to finish. Actually, no, I might put UHC a bit further down. for that reason, because it just takes so long. You wait like 10 minutes to get into the game, another 10 minutes before the game starts, and then another 10 minutes until like a deathmatch or whatever. Hypixel Pit. I know I didn't make a video on it. I did play a bit of it, but there's really nothing to make a video on there. So I'll put it at the bottom of D2, because you literally just constant death, fight, death, fight, death, fight, death, because most of the game is literally nothing to do. Another game that I haven't played, Smash Heroes. Wait, I'm just gonna check this out. Smash Heroes. Anyway, I don't know where I'd put this on the list. I'd probably put it. It's another one of these games, but I think it is better, because I think I might have played it before. It is a bit better than these, but you do still require friends to play it if you're gonna get like a full party together. But I just like the look of the menu. Warlords. Yeah, this one, I played it the last video. I played it. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I put it above Housing, but it isn't brilliant, because the games are very short, like unneeded level of short, and none of the abilities make any sense or do it actually, unless you actually learn how to play. Blitz, that one was pretty good, to be fair. I put that A tier. Blitz, it's just survival games, but it's still pretty good, so that's why I put A tier. Now you can look up my thing, Hypixel mini games, on the tier games tier list, and you can make your own tier list with all of the mini games that I created or that I put in there. And that's it for this video. Next video, you'll see what I'm going to do. It might be like a replay of a live stream, because I'm going to plan to go live soon. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and see you tomorrow.